Hey everybody, how are you? Awesome, Austin here, coming to you guys live with Jamar USA. I'm just waiting for a little bit. I started the live video a little early, about 5 minutes early, just so that we can start getting a little bit of a following happening, so we start having some people join in. I believe that Mr. Mateo from Jamar USA will be jumping in here again in about 5 minutes. But I just wanted to start the video now. This way it gives enough people to kind of join in and jump in and just kind of hang out for a little bit while we get started. For those of you guys who, I know there's a lot of different people that speak different languages, so I know that Mateo will be here as well to kind of what's the word? Translate. There it is. So to help translate what I'm saying, so he's going to be here very soon. So we got 4 minutes till Mateo shows up. Hi guys, how are ya? Thanks for joining in. We got a really fun video planned for you guys today. We're going to be doing something that kind of never goes out of style, which is dinosaurs. So we're going to be doing the Triceratops, we're going to be doing a T-Rex, and we're going to be doing a long neck, a little foot, whatever we call these. I don't know what this is called, but I do know that it's one of my go-tos when I do certain stuff. But we're going to be learning all three of these today, or my style of these dinosaurs. So if you guys have ever done restaurant work or twisting, even with decor, you can scale these things up, you can scale them down. But it's one of those things that doesn't matter. You don't have to wait for the next fad to go down. You know what I mean? Dinosaurs are always popular. Most kids go through a dinosaur phase. My 2-year-old right now is currently going through the dinosaur phase, which is why I have this is like 3 of his 230 dinosaurs, so, but these are great designs to learn because, again, it's a good thing to have in your repertoire, to have a really nice dinosaur shape. And it's cool because there's ways to bulk my design up or shrink it down. You can simplify it, or you can make it super crazy by adding extra stuff and layering different levels onto it. So hopefully that'll be good for you guys. Let's see. So it's 2:57 right now. So he's gonna be jumping in. Mr. Mateo will be jumping in at 3 o'clock. So we've got now it's 2:58. So about 3 minutes, Mr. Mateo will be jumping in. We'll be rocking it out. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with me a little bit. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be teaching some really fun stuff, and it's gonna be cool. And it's also cool for decor because these are designs that you can take and use them in a decor setting, which will help a lot of you guys. I know there's a lot of dinosaur themed stuff, and with the new movie that just came out, the new Jurassic Park movie, that's getting a lot of attention, which means it's gonna get really popular. It's already really popular. Every time a dinosaur movie comes out, there's a big wave, a big surge and there's never a shortage of this theme, So it'll be a lot of fun. And again, these can be scaled up, they can be scaled down. They're great for decor pieces. They're great for to make centerpieces with. All of these different ideas, you guys can literally incorporate designs into any aspect of the balloon trade, whether you're doing deco or you're doing balloon twisting at restaurants or at birthday parties, special events, what have you. These are all very easy to use and utilize and all of that. So, all right, 1 minute till Mateo shows up. Woohoo! So once again, guys, I am Awesome Austin. I have been twisting balloons now for 21 years. I started when I was 7 years old. I was about this tall. With a top hat, I was this tall. So, started when I was 7, started doing restaurants when I was 10. At 16 years old, I got so busy, I opened up my first LLC at 16 years old, and I've been running my own entertainment company since 16 years old. So now I've got huge contracts, and I've got an amazing sponsor with Jamar USA, and it just takes a lot of work, a lot of hustle, but it's a lot of fun. So, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. All right, 3 o'clock is here. Let's see, Mateo should be jumping in any moment. Let's see. All right. Oh my gosh. Fun stuff. All right. Any minute now, guys. Let me go ahead and turn on my Legenda. All right. I'm going to start pulling some balloons out for the build here. Grab some green. We don't want that green. We're going to put this one back. We'll grab a different green here. So we're going to be using a lot of green, a lot of these balloons, so you guys can get ready for it. If you guys understand what I'm saying, if you guys, without interpreter, you're going to want to use 260s for this stuff. So most of these are 260s. We have some 160 elements we're going to toss in here and there for like detail pieces. But for the most part, it's 260s across the board. My designs, I try to keep as simple. They look impressive, but as far as the technique goes, it's really your main three. Like you got your pedal twist, your pinch twist, your split twist. So virtually when you first start learning, you learn those core twists. All of my designs utilize those twists specifically. And as far as trying to build up a crazy, like all of my designs, you use the same amount of twists. So anybody can do it. It's just following the steps and learning the patterns. And then this way it can continue. All right. Another big thing about my designs is they're great cross-references. All right, he said invite us. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to invite. Okay. Okay. You say invite. All right. I just invited Mr. Mateo to join in. Hopefully they'll jump in here. There he is. All right.
We got some FOMO. We're wondering why didn't you accept our invite?
My bad, buddy. My bad. Technology in general.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Awesome. We were listening, but I was very interesting what you were saying. So I want to let you continue. Just we were trying to just get in, but if you want, go ahead.
Yeah. So again, now that we have our translator here and our representative of Jamar USA, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a quick little preview. We're going to be doing T-Rex, a long neck. I don't know the name of this dinosaur, but it's the same one from Littlefoot. And then the Triceratops.
Okay, so today we are going to be working with archaeology, I guess. We're archaeologists.
Because dinosaurs are the coolest ever.
Awesome. So let me just give you a little introduction to today's live, our 3 p.m. live, and then we can continue, okay? Remember, as always, English and Spanish. So, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Jamar Live Adventure. With us, I have today, Awesome Austin. You can look him up as Awesome Austin Events. And today's host, a special thank you for Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals. That's our girl Leslie in Inglewood, California. Okay, bueno, bienvenido otra vez a otro episodio del Jamar Live Adventure. Mi nombre es Mateo, soy el representante de marketing de Jamar USA. Y conmigo tengo al Twister, artista Awesome Austin Events, que se llama Awesome Austin Humphries. Que vamos a estar aprendiendo un poco de hacer dinosaurios y hacer cosas como de twisting. Otra vez, muchas gracias para la gente de Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals, nuestra amiga y querida Leslie de Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals. So I'm gonna let you give a little bit of introduction, like present yourself, how long you've been here, and things like that, and then we continue.
Perfect. So again, like Mateo said, I am Awesome Austin. I've been doing this for 21 years. I was 7 years old when I first started learning how. Started doing restaurants when I was 10. And after that, I opened up my own LLC at the age of 16. And I've been full-time performing and gigging since I was 16 years old. So,
very awesome. So, básicamente, es Awesome Austin, Austin Humphries. Él lleva 21 años trabajando con los globos. Desde los 10 años está trabajando en restaurantes y partes donde elabora su twisting. Y a los 16 empezó su negocio completamente full-time. Okay? Awesome. Very, very nice story. Thank you for sharing something with a long longevity in this industry. This is 21 years in total. That's a lot of years. So thank you for always, even after so much time, you're still teaching and learning and it's a blessing to have you here teaching and showing us something that you learned along the way.
Thank you. Yeah, and cool about balloons is doesn't matter how many years you're doing it, there's always something new to learn. Always.
Awesome. That's why we do things like this, guys. So please, let's start sharing this live with someone that might need some little help or entertainment, because Awesome Austin is also a very a good entertainer. But we're also going to be teaching you guys a lot of things in this live. So please, guys, let's share this live with someone that might need it. I know all my people in Inglewood are amazing artists, so please, let's do this. All right, let's start with the list of materials.
All right, so really what you guys are going to want to grab is just a bunch of 260 green or whatever color you guys are going to want to use. We're going to want, so if you guys are making a blue dinosaur, grab a bunch of blue 260. If you're using green, 260s all the way. You're just going to want to grab, I would say, grab about 6 or 7 to start with. And then we're also going to grab maybe 1 or 2 of the white 260s as well. So grab 1 or 2 white 260s.
So
going to be used for like the horns and the teeth and things like that for our dinosaur.
So usually basically we're using greens, like shades of green, just like the dinosaur, and then white, right?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, para esto vamos a empezar con estos colores, los 260 tonos verdes, como vamos a hacer dinosaurios, vamos a usar tonos verdes para la piel, o como le digamos, y nada más 2 globos blancos, 001, 260, pero todo eso va a ser globos 260 en este momento.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So first we're going to do is we're going to take so every single balloon we're going to blow up today, it's going to be the rule of 4 fingers. So we're going to leave a 4-finger tail on every single one. So, instead of me repeating, you got to make sure you leave 4-finger space. It's going to be every single one is going to have a 4-finger space, right? A 4-finger.
Every single bubble that we're going to do today?
Yep, every single one's going to have 4 fingers.
Okay. En esta clase es muy especial porque vamos a hacer una técnica de 4 dedos por cada burbuja que hacemos. Cada burbuja que vamos a trabajar hoy, vamos a usar 4 dedos de espacio. So guys, don't forget, every single bubble will be 4 fingers. So let's not ask this question. Everything will be 4 fingers. Everything will be the same. So if you guys see someone asking the same question, please just comment 4 fingers.
4 fingers. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one we're going to learn today is we're going to end with the king of all dinosaurs. We're going to end with this one. So what we're going to do, I think, first is start with our long neck. We're going to make this guy today.
Okay, vamos a empezar con el dinosaurio con el cuello largo.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first twist we're going to do is we're going to go to the knot end. We're going to go to about 5-finger section here.
Okay, empezar con wait, you said 4 or 5?
So we're making a 5-finger section here. So there's first 4, you want an extra finger here. So 5.
Right. Okay, vamos a empezar con un espacio de 5 dedos.
Then we're going to create a pinch twist here.
Un pellizco. Very nice.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the knot. We're going to bring it down. We're going to marry it side by side, twist it. So we've got 2 sections the same size. We're going to take the
Tenemos una sección del mismo lado, del mismo tamaño.
So it does not come undone. So you've got something that looks like this.
Very nice.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to create another split twist. Or not split twist, a pinch twist.
Otro pellizco.
You got that. All right, now what we're going to do, this is a little bit tricky. We're going to take this and we're going to follow the track. We're going to roll it up to here. We're not twisting it in. We're just pressing it. We're pressure fitting it. So
okay, no es, el propósito no es hacerle un twist, sino que vamos a ponerle presión hacia el otro lado.
All the way to the pinch twist on the other end. Let's twist that in. So you should have something that looks like this. All right, now this bubble we're going to want on the bottom half. So we're going to take this guy and this like that. We're going to spin it. So the bubbles on the bottom. That's his lip.
Vamos a darle un giro a la estructura para que la burbuja de adelante quede hacia abajo.
Perfect. So now that we have this here, this part's going to be his neck. So we're going to leave that alone. So we're going to take this. We're going to put the arm real quick. And we're going to grab a 5-inch white round.
Ahora vamos a usar un globo redondo de 5 pulgadas, 001 blanco. Just a quick reminder, guys, all these balloons, we can find them in Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals. That's our associate in Inglewood, California. Shout out to Leslie.
All right. So now we have this. We just puffed a little bit of air. We're not trying to inflate this really big. Just a little bit. You're going to want to have a lot of space. You see how there's a dark spot here, and now you want to have it to where it's really easy to twist and hit.
So like we're gonna is that like around a 2-inch?
Right. It's just a little puff of air.
Okay. Just solamente es un poquito de
super
pop, menos de un pop porque es nada más para hacerle como vamos a darle una forma. Estamos haciendo un dinosaurio y este video va a quedar grabado en la cuenta de Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals.
So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my thumb, I'm going to stick it on the knot, and then I'm going to squeeze and twist in half.
Vamos a apretar bien duro el cuello del globo y a girarlo como hacer una vuelta.
Perfect.
Very nice.
Now we're going to take, where this section is here, we're going to pull this apart. I'm going to wedge the eyes in between. These are going to be his eyes. They're going to go in between this section here, right? So I'll show you really quick. Here.
Aparece la gestión de los ojos.
Got his eyes in there now.
This could also be a snake.
It could be a snake. That's what I was saying. This could be a lizard face. If you do a bubble like this, now you could do a lizard body there.
Okay, very nice.
It could be a snake. It could be a fish face. You know, if you just make the there you go. There's like a little fish body. This thing can do so many things, but this is a really good base design to learn. Because again, it could be a million things, right?
Una técnica porque, como acabamos de ver, puede ser una culebra, puede ser un dinosaurio, puede ser un pez, como acaba de demostrar, es solamente la imaginación de uno, pero es una buena base para tener como en el portafolio de uno.
I made Toothless like this, with Toothless's face from How to Train Your Dragon. Make it all.
But it's very, very nice so far.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this neck, instead of having it super straight, we actually want to give it some character to kind of S it like this. Same if you were to do a flamingo neck, right? You want that neck to be like this instead of just straight up. I mean, it's okay like that, but it looks a lot better if you... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to push the air out.
Shock twist? No.
Okay. It's going to bend that way, and then we're going to go the other way and do the same thing. So
okay. Básicamente es como un shock twist, un mini pellizco, es para darle esa forma del cuello, es mucho mejor que tener algo como bien recto.
Perfect. All right, so now that, we're going to go ahead, we're going to inflate another green, same shade.
Very nice. Is there a tutorial on that one?
On which one? On the
Throw that up?
On the teeth inflate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it takes a lot of practice. You got to first learn how to mouth inflate with super good accuracy, but then you can use your teeth. So we're gonna take we're gonna make a 1-inch bubble.
Vamos a hacer una burbuja de un dedo.
So we're gonna inflate this guy up again with our 4-finger section. We're gonna create a 1-inch bubble here by the knot end. Now we're kind of looking at, so like this is where you want to play with the neck size, right here. So you can make the neck really, really long. You can shrink it down because wherever this is gonna go, you could use this as part of the body. So how big you want? So I'm gonna go about here. I'm gonna twist that bubble around and create that.
Que básicamente con esa burbuja vamos a anudarlo a la figura mayor y hacerle un giro.
Now it's very important to make a really nice polished shape. You want to hide these knots away. So I always just grab these knots and I pull it into the design. I give it a twist. And what this does is now you don't have knots sticking out everywhere. It's just nice, polished, smooth. It looks way more professional. And you know, it's just going to elevate your stuff that much better. So you don't have random nozzles.
Yeah. Bueno, básicamente lo que nos comentaba Austin es que vamos a tratar de esconder toda la mecánica y entonces nos da un nivel más profesional. Como podemos ver, él acabó de esconder el nudo, es solamente anudándolo hacia la decoración y le damos un giro para que asegurar el cuello.
Now what we're going to do is we have the body, the first part of the body here. We're just going to do a little, this is going to be a bubble in the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go about here. I'm going to squeeze. You can easily separate the bubble, right? So we're just do like a 1-inch bubble here. And then we're going to marry it up. I'm going to twist that together. So you have a little bubble here. That's the back of our dinosaur. And then we're going to come up to the front. But instead of matching it up perfect, instead of being exactly like this, we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Right? Because we're actually going to have to stuff the legs through here. Right?
Ahora para la parte de atrás la vamos a tener a pasarla adelante y vamos a hacer una especie de nudo.
Okay. So now that you have this created, now we have the bubble. This rest of this is sitting in the neck, right? So on these guys here, some are depicted to have little spines or spikes down the sides here. Some of them do, some don't. I always like to give it that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a string of bubbles that are gonna go down the.
Okay. So that's kind of like the
back,
yeah.
You know.
Como por ejemplo, los dinosaurios a veces son como que dicen que tienen la piel como arrugada o con imperfecciones. Para este efecto le vamos a dar esas burbujas que va desde la parte de atrás.
Going down to like that. So now we have the tail. Now again, you guys can press the tail, kind of give it a little. I like to just randomly grab it, squeeze it, and it just does its own thing. Gives a little bit of character there. We've got back, we've got its spines, and now we're going to add the feet in here.
Y ahí tenemos la parte de atrás, su columna y todo, y con la cola también. Le podemos dar el mismo efecto que lo doblamos en la cola, como hicimos en el cuello, y nos da un efecto más profesional.
Perfect. So to make the feet super, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to inflate this the same way, but we're making a 4-petal flower. The petals are going to be fairly small because those are going to be 4 feet in a cluster, right?
So basically, it's a technique of flower?
Yep, we're making a 4-petal flower with small petals. Okay. When you make our petal, we're just, we're just making a petal.
Ahora vamos a usar la técnica de las flores de 4 pétalos para hacer los pies.
So about
4 dedos.
Go ahead and do that again. All right, we got 1, 2, do it again. And then one more time. So we've got our...
Someone's saying, impressive how you inflate balloons. Impresionante como inflan los globos.
Thank you. So these are going to be the feet. What we're going to do now, we're going to slide it through here.
Ya lo que hacemos introducir es esta parte.
Slide it through. Then we're going to take it, we're going to wrap it around. We're going to tie this part into the petals. So we're going to create a section like this, and we're going to pull it and twist it into the petals, like so. And then we're going to wrap it one more time. We're going to push it through again.
Y básicamente lo que estamos ahí haciendo es los pies.
All right. And then we're going to tie this back in so like this. So now what you've created, you've got these two things. These are now the legs. You've got underneath. Just a little bit of positioning. But again, guys, this body can be used in a million different ways. Let me see.
Y ahí podemos ver el dinosaurio con el cuello largo.
So now we have here. All we're going to do now is just to add, now this is all about layering, really bringing this creature to life. So instead of drawing on the pupils, I like to create the pupils out of balloon. So I'll show you what I mean.
Bueno, una cosa que vamos a hacer es que hay mucha gente que también hace las pupilas de los ojos, los dibuja, pero en este momento la vamos a hacer con los globos 014 negros. que le gusta usar más que un dibujo.
Perfect. So what I like to do is I take this guy here, I pop about 2-inch bubble.
Una burbuja de dos dedos más o menos.
Right. Tie this off. Now I split it in half.
Lo unamos y
Two 1-inch bubbles. Then I'll take the knot end and the tail end and I tie them down together.
Y después el cuello y la cola lo unamos juntos. Y hacemos eso.
Now we have this. We're going to split twist it.
Split twist.
Yeah, so now it's a little split twist hanging out. The rest of this we don't want.
El resto lo cortamos.
Now, right in between here, we're going to stuff this right where the eyes go, like we did with the last one. I'm losing some air on this guy, too.
It's a very nice way to get started with building, animal pieces. This is a very simple technique. Thank you so much for sharing this, Austin. Esta es una forma muy simple de empezar a trabajar con los dinosaurios o formas muñecos cute. Para cualquier detalle de una fiesta infantil o algo bien lindo. Como pueden ver, esta dinosaurio es muy simpático y bueno, lo podemos usar para muchas cosas. So very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. So what we're going to do, the last bit, what we're going to do is because
apparently it's called Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus? I think that's what it said.
No idea. I call it the long neck.
Someone said, wow, those eyes look amazing.
Right? And that's super cute and cartoony. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to grab, now you can use your scraps for this, or you can use, regular, you can use 260s or 160s or whatever you want to use. We're not doing it. We're going to take, I'm using 160 green, dark green, and lime green. I am buttoning them up like this, so I have them all together.
Okay, vamos a usar el light green, el verde. Yep. Vamos a hacer varios tonos de color.
2 of each.
Are these 260s?
160s.
How many of them?
There's 4 total. 2 light, 2 dark.
Okay, vamos a usar dos verdes regulares y dos verdes light green, 1.60.
And I just grab right in the middle here, and this bubble right here, I take it and I tie it into the bubble right in the center. Boop, boop.
Someone said it looks like a dinosaur baby.
And now you can have it kick off to the side like that, and he's eating.
Y como pueden ver, está comiendo pasto.
So that is how you kind of bring them to life a little bit. You give them their own personalities, and they start to do, he's got his own personality, right?
Básicamente le damos
this color, you can do different stuff, you know what I mean? But this is how I like to do it. I think it's really fun, really cute, really easy little dinosaur.
Es una forma fácil de hacerlo y darle personalidad a un dinosaurio o una figura. Lo más que todo es muy simple de hacer.
Perfect. All right, so we just now finished up our
Can you put it against the camera? I want to see the face one more time, guys. Okay, there you go. Let me see the face in front, the front view.
Oh, one of his eyes deflated.
Oh, really?
But one of the eyes disappeared, so I'm trying to
Oh, okay.
And but it's not broke, did
it? Well, it's shy, so it's looking the other way.
Winking.
Very nice. All right. So that we have for that one. Now we're gonna do the second model.
Yeah, we're gonna do another one. So the next one we're gonna do is the Triceratops.
I'll hacer estos tipos de dinosaurio.
Long neck. We're gonna put him off to the side for now. All right.
So far, so good, guys. Let's give him a big round of applause for this, the first model of dinosaur. Por ahora vamos a darle un fuerte aplauso por su primer dinosaurio. Vamos a hacer el segundo.
All right, let's go ahead and get started on our Triceratops. Triceratops, we're going to go with the same...
Pero a mí se me revientan los globos nada más inflándolos. Bueno, hay que tener cuidado con cuando trabajamos la globoflexia y hay que tener mucha práctica. No nos demos por vencidos solamente la primera vez. Vamos a hacer un intento para poder hacer esta escultura que es muy fácil, la podemos hacer.
Okay, so I'm sticking with green. I'm just doing a little bit lighter shade of green. Just so that we have some difference in color, So for the Triceratops, I always like to start with the face of everything that I make, and I work it down from the face, right? because that's what's going to make what's going to make or break it. You know, it's going to be, wow, it's beautiful. And then the face can be really simple, but the body can be really simple, but if the face looks really good, it really makes the design so much better.
Ok, básicamente lo que nos dice Austin, como la clase de esta mañana nos explicó Gergo, que primero empezamos a hacer las figuras con la cara, porque, bueno, básicamente lo que va a hacer la escultura lo mejor. Entonces, Gergo dijo que es muy importante tener la simetría y tener un buen cuerpo. Depende a la cara o al tamaño, pero Austin nos dice que también es para que lo más importante de una escultura es la cara.
All right, so we're going to be making one of these guys. So let's go ahead and start with the face.
Te quiero ver haciéndolo, Mateo. Bueno, yo ya hice mi dinosaurio. No me quedó tan bueno como este, pero sí lo he hecho.
4 fingers.
Ok, vamos a empezar con un globo y le dejamos 4 dedos.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a flower petal.
What do you call that?
A flower petal or a petal.
Un pétalo de rosa.
Then we're going to take this guy here. We're going to push it through like that. Keeps it from falling apart, right? So now we're going to do 2 more flower petals, same size. We're making a flower with 3 petals, basically.
Vamos a hacer una flor con 3 pétalos, básicamente.
3-petal flower, right? So what this is going to be is we've got, this is where the horn's going to stick in right here. These are the cheeks. That's where the horn's going to go, right? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to give a little squeeze, create a bubble, and then we're going to roll it up to there. So now we have the bubble on the bottom half. What that's going to be is that's going to be the bottom jaw. Now, okay. So that's now.
Okay, vamos a básicamente hacer una burbuja entre las 3 pétalas de rosa. Esto va a ser una parte principal a la decoración.
Perfect. So now we're going to come up to right about here. So about a 3-finger or 4-finger bubble.
Una burbuja de 4 dedos.
Create a pinch twist on top.
Un pellizco.
And then we're going to come straight down. We're going to marry it side by side.
Y lo vamos a poner anudar hacia
Aim down.
el mismo nivel.
Now what we're going to do is, well, it looks like I don't have enough here. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to break this off, and we're going to continue in a second. So I'm going to break this off.
Bueno, básicamente lo que acabo de hacer es porque vio que no tenía suficientemente espacio para seguir trabajando, así que lo quitó y va a agregar otro globo. Very nice technique. Thanks for sharing that with us, Austin. Some people might be discouraged saying that they can't complete the whole decoration, so they stop halfway. But there's a good way that you could actually cancel it out and continue. Yeah. Very nice. So,
yeah, if you can just break it off, put it off the side, and then you've got a fun scrap you can pull out later if you need to add or you're missing a little bit, you add a little bit, and that's a good way to use that.
Yeah, very good. Do not throw those balloons away, guys. Do not dispose them. They always have a second life. Always have a second life. Yeah. Es muy importante recordar que todos esos globos que estamos usando, como que acabo de hacer Austin, que lo botó, no lo botemos a la basura porque eso lo podemos reusar. Hay que conservar el medio ambiente, hay que reciclar y hay que reusar lo que no necesitamos. Pero en este caso vamos a reusar este mismo globo más tarde. Así que no botemos los globos, siempre démosle una segunda vida.
Cool. All right, so we're going to take 4 dedos. Plate it to 4-finger tail on the end.
Iron lungs.
Yeah, iron lungs. Strong like bull. All right, so we're going to take the knot. I'm going to tie it into the base cluster in here. So we're going to tie that knot into here.
Vamos a mover esto mismo para... Wait, so how did you place it again? I'm sorry.
So I just tied it into the flower petal. So you have the 3 petals. I tied it into there. That's in there.
Vale, vamos a básicamente es a anudar el cuello del globo hacia la otra parte de abajo.
All right, so now we're going to come up past this bubble a little bit. So if you hold it up, it's like about 1 inch higher. We're going to create a section about that high. So it's, let's see, 4, 5, 6, about 7-finger bubble here.
Básicamente unos 7 dedos de burbuja.
Followed by a pinch twist.
Y un pellizco.
Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to tie this one into that bubble here. So we're going to create that section there.
Vamos a anudarlo con un... no, wait, how many fingers did you say?
So about 7 fingers here and then about 5 fingers here.
Okay, 7 dedos la primera burbuja y después 5 la segunda.
And then we're going to go 5 and 7. So we're going to go about here. 5.
Después 7, 5 y 7. And
then 7. Which that's what's going to create that crest that goes around his head where we attach the horns on. And now we have the exiting amount coming down that we can start building the body from. So that's why it's always really smart to think about where you're going with your design so you don't hit dead ends with your balloons, if that makes sense. Like, always make sure if you start, like if I were to start up here and I would have twisted down, then this would have been sticking out of the head and now I would have to break it off and now you're wasting balloons. But if you are able to end it in the direction you're twisting, you always have to be conscious of where you're going with it.
Siempre tenemos que tener en cuenta cómo vamos a llevar la decoración o en este caso la pieza, como lo queremos decir, porque nos damos cuenta que no tenemos suficiente material para terminarla. Entonces siempre hay que tener previsto los pasos.
All right, so now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab a white 260.
Ya que tenemos eso, vamos a tener un blanco, vamos a agarrar un blanco 260.
So now that we have this guy here, we're going to tie the knot into the top, right into here, right into that cluster. So you can take this guy and tie it down in here.
Vamos a anudarlo a la
base there. So now it should be sticking out of that area there, right?
So these balloons are bio-based. Yes, that we work with 100. All of our line is bio-based. We can't say biodegradable. No balloon can say biodegradable because it's a whole complex subject, but they are very environmental.
Yep. So we have, let's see, it should say here. Yep, there we go. So, eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly. From the package as well, all the way to the factory, we practice safe production, safe. We follow all guidelines. So yes, they are bio-based.
Yeah. So now we're going to take these guys, we're going to go straight up. We're matching, we're basically going to make 2 that are the exact same size of this. This white will become the eyes. All right, so we're going to go up to this bubble in the center. See this guy here? We'll take this guy, we're going to wrap it into this bubble. And then back into the face again.
I always get lost in the middle of twisting.
It tends to, it's, you know, once you do it enough, it starts to get a little easier, but you can definitely get lost in the design.
Yes.
What I'm going to do right now is, you see I've got this coming out here again. I'm going to put my fingers here. I'm going to spread this out. I'm going to take these, I'm going to push it into the pedal. I'll show you what I mean here in a moment. What's going to happen is when there's air in it.
Wait, can you step back a little bit just so we can see? Because it's a little difficult. Oh, here we go.
And what I am doing is I'm kind of grabbing it, I'm pulling it. There we go. Like this. Trying to...
Este video que graba en la cuenta de Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals. También en nuestra cuenta de YouTube, Jamar USA. Síganos en nuestra cuenta de YouTube, Jamar USA. Guys, if you want to watch this video, follow us on YouTube, Jamar USA. You'll find this video live.
All right, now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to break this guy in half, like this. I'm going to burp it, and then I'm going to tie it off because I want to use this later. There's going to be some horns for him that's going to be attaching to this bubble and this bubble later.
However, always reuse them. Always reuse your scrap balloons. Never throw them away.
Yep. Keep this guy off the side. I always like to use my broom and my hat for scraps that I'm going to use later. I just stick them here so my hands are free.
Recordamos que esto lo vamos a reusar, entonces no lo vamos a botar.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the air and press as I do so. So let me see. So as I release this air, I'm pressing, so I'm keeping that structure. And I'm like, all right here is where I like it. I'm going to tie that knot. I'm going to pull, I'm going to cut this excess off. which I forgot my balloon cutter, so I do. All right. So now we've got his little horn sticking out of the front there. He's got his eyes, his little horn, his nose horn. Now we're going to grab our extra here.
Ahora vamos a volver a usar lo que cortamos.
2-inch or 2-finger bubble.
Dos dedos, una burbuja de dos dedos.
Tie that one into here. It is a triceratops. Tri meaning three horns. So we've got this. We're going to break this one off. So we've got that there. Now we're going to do that again. Burp it. Again, that's going to be burp it's about 2 inches.
Como aproximadamente queda como de dedos 2 pulgadas.
We used every part of your balloon for the most part. Now we've got 1 horn, 2 horn, 3 horns.
Ahora tenemos 3 cuernos o cachos.
Now, with this here, we're going to just leave this here like this. We're going to actually create the body over this part here, which is, it'll make a lot more sense once I show you guys here in a second.
Ahora vamos a trabajar el cuerpo, que es con otro globo, porque eso vamos a crearlo sobre ese accidente de globo.
All right, so the green. Plate, tie it off, and just like our long neck, we're gonna make a 4-petal flower, just like that with this one. So again, the petals should be about 3 fingers, 3-finger petal. We're making 4 of those.
Pétalo es como 3 dedos, vamos a hacer 4. Guys, let's send Austin a big round of applause so far. It's a great class, lots of learning, and lots of skills shown. So let's send a big round of applause. Mandémosle un fuerte aplauso a Austin en ese momento por todo lo que nos ha enseñado y por todas sus habilidades.
Thanks, guys. All right, so we've got our 4 petals here. Now, we're going to go here and we're going to wrap it around this here like that. Now, this becomes the body and the legs all at the exact same time. Makes it really quick, really effective, really easy. Right, go around.
Princess Balloons for the big round of applause.
Thank you. So we go there. Now again, we're going to take this guy and we're going to wrap it around one more time. Now you've just made his entire body in like 30 seconds. Boom.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm a little lost here. So let's get a little slower.
Yep. So what I'm doing now is I'm just adjusting his feet so they're laying flat. All right. But now you can see it's a flower petal that wraps around that stick, another flower petal, and it goes into the feet here. So now you've got his feet and you've got his head, and it's all ready. His whole body was built with just basically 1 flower. So 4, 5, a 6-petal flower is also a body of an animal. Any animal you could think of. It could be a woodland creature, it could be a dinosaur, it could be anything. All it is you're taking that flower and you're sticking the stem of that flower through 2 of the petals. And you get an entire...
Very nice. So, la gente que pueden ver como es una forma de hacerle para hacer un animal con 4 patas, es la técnica de la rosa o de la flor. Es básicamente 4 pétalos que usamos para anudarlo hacia el cuerpo y así hacemos eso es un diseño de animal muy lindo, muy cute y como que pues tierno y es muy simple, entonces es una forma de hacerlo. So looking amazing, so cute. Someone's saying we're also learning something new, how to inflate and cut balloons.
So right here, we're going to go right to the end of the body, and we're going to create a pinch twist. So we're going to create a 1-inch bubble, and we're going to pinch twist. What that does is now we have singled out the tail, and then we can just kind of give them a little warp, kind of just like I just hook them like this, give a little squeeze, let it go. We don't want a sharp edge, just enough to give them some wag, right? There's his little tail.
Y la misma cosa que hicimos para el diseño pasado es darle una forma a la cola.
All right, and just like with our long neck, we're going to give them the black pupils, but it's a little bit different of a technique, right?
Okay. Vamos a darle los ojos igualmente, pero vamos a hacer una técnica un poquito diferente.
So we're going to inflate. This is the scrap. It has no seal on it, so there's a two-inch bubble here. We're going to tie this off, and then we're going to split it in half into two separate bubbles. Take the tail and the knot side, tie them together.
Austin tiene una leyenda en las pulmones. Someone said you have a legenda inside your lungs.
So as a little side story to kind of tell you guys, when I was in high school, my father actually freaked out because I have, if you look here, I've got like this weird bulge that's right on my pectoral muscles right here. There's a big, that's like a softball sized bulge. I had it in high school. My dad saw me working out one day and he was like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" He like panicked. He's like, that's not normal. He rushed me to the hospital. And when I was there, they checked me out. They gave x-rays and they're like, "No, he's just a freak. But what it is, it's my diaphragm from inflating balloons since I was 11. I've worked a muscle out that nobody normally works out." So,
really?
Yeah, it's your diaphragm muscle. It's right up in here. And mine is actually so large from using it so often, it protrudes out of you can actually see it through my skin.
What?
Because it's just like, I got noodle arms, but I've got a strong diaphragm.
That's actually very, very interesting. I never knew about that.
My body adapted.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, you're the first human inflator.
Yeah, right? So, all right. So what we're doing, so when we made this like last time, we broke off the tail. We're not breaking off the tail. We're going to leave this because this is what we're going to use to pull this into the head, right?
Okay. La diferencia de la técnica anterior de las pupilas es que quitamos el excedente, pero en ese momento no lo vamos a quitar.
Okay, so we're going to take this guy here, and through here, we're going to slide it through the center of the eyes, out the back of the back of the head. See how I just threaded it through? And we're going to take it, we're going to pull it. Whoop.
¿Qué dijo Austin Mateo? Bueno, básicamente lo que me contó Austin es porque le comenté que todo el mundo está diciendo que es muy talentoso a la forma de inflar los globos con la boca. Él dijo que cuando era pequeño, su papá le vio como si fuera una inflamación acá y lo llevó al hospital y el doctor le dijo que básicamente es que él tiene ese músculo que no se tiene, un músculo acá, que lo desarrolló tanto de inflar y así que se le ve. Entonces parece como si fuera algo, una enfermedad o algo, pero es solamente su músculo. I was just explaining to them in Spanish the story you just told. Oh, yeah.
So we have all this extra tail in the back here. Now we take this, and once you pull it tight through the sections, you're going to take the rest of it, and don't pull it and tie it. Just kind of lay it lazily up, okay, and then wrap it into the top bubble here.
Bueno, no vamos a cortar eso, igualmente lo vamos a anular hacia el pellizco de arriba.
So you'll see it a little bit, but it's not too dramatic. You're not really noticing that much. But what it does is if you pull it tight, the pupils will be up here. We don't want the pupils up here. We want them to be more center. So it'll affect where they lay. But that's where we're going there.
Everybody give them big heart because this is sideways, so cute.
Good, regular.
So cute. Ponémosle corazoncito porque es muy lindo mi tierno este brazario. Very cute.
So he's a really cute little dino. And then what we can do with this guy now is exactly the same thing we did by putting that food in his mouth. So again, using 160s, too light, too dark.
Y vamos a hacer el mismo efecto de darle comida al dinosaurio. Vamos a darle comidita al dinosaurio con estos 260 verdes.
Find the center. Now, I don't know if you guys know yet, but what we're doing is we're going to tie this in here to where it hangs out. Now, the reason when I was doing the horn, the reason I was pulling that down because it gives him a baby tooth.
Okay, y básicamente lo que vamos a bajar el globo de arriba solamente para darle como si fuera un diente de dinosaurio.
So now he's got a little baby tooth hanging out on the bottom there, and he's using it to chew on his greens.
So cute. Aww.
So there you go. That is the Triceratops.
Very cute. And now on to our last design, right?
Yep, last one. We're gonna do the T-Rex.
We're calling the Eating Dinos. Eating Dinos. What do you guys think? What will be the name for the group? ¿Qué le podemos llamar a este grupo de dinosaurios? Los dinocomedores. Thank you for the hearts, Princess Balloons.
All right, now we're gonna make the king of dinosaurs.
Ahora vamos a hacer el T-Rex. Es el rey de los dinosaurios.
Yep. All right, here we go.
What? Don't ever do that again. I was scared.
All right, so we're gonna go back with just the green we used for this guy, the darker green. All right, go ahead and get started.
Okay, vamos a empezar con un globo 260, right?
Yeah, 260.
Oh, yeah, you can follow Austin and Austin events. Tell him to post most on Instagram, but he does have a TikTok, right?
Yep. You can find my TikTok. It's awesome_Austin 007. So 007. And I've got tons of content there. And then also on Facebook, I'm still trying to get Instagram running a little bit better for me, but I use a lot of Facebook because that's a lot more families are, or that's more where people go if they got families.
Very, very smart.
So I use Facebook a lot, and you can find my Facebook group at Awesome Austins. There's a blue cartoon picture of me going like this. That's you can't miss it. It says Awesome Austins around it.
Yeah, you really can't miss that logo. It's really awesome. It looks just like him, by the way.
Thank you. All right, so now we're gonna do the T-Rex.
Ahora vamos a hacer un T-Rex.
So what we're gonna start with here is we're gonna create a flower petal.
Vamos a hacer una
3-finger flower petal. We're gonna take our knot. We're gonna push it through. Beep. That makes sure it doesn't come undone. We're gonna do another one of those flower petals.
There's someone saying, "I follow you on TikTok."
Yes. Sup, fan? All right. Oh. All right. Even the fan showed up. Yeah. Woo! The fan. All right. So we've got these two petals here. We're gonna go ahead now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go about, let's say, about 4 fingers out, or 3.5. Actually, that's actually 3. That turned out to be 3. I can't count. 3 fingers out.
Vamos a hacer como una burbuja de 3 dedos.
Followed by a pinch twist.
Por un pellizco.
Then we're gonna do about a 1 inch or 1.5 inch bubble here. Followed by a pinch twist. And then we're gonna match it up to the side. So this is gonna be the top portion of the jaw. This is like his nostrils. All right.
This is como su
Yep. So we've got so far we've got his cheeks, his nostrils. We're gonna add the teeth in here later. But we've got his nostrils and teeth. Now we're gonna do a small petal on the bottom. So that's gonna be the bottom of his jaw.
Va a ser la parte bajo de su mandíbula.
So creating that. So what we're doing something like this, right? So we've got his nostrils. We turn them like this. We just kind of give them a quarter turn. They look like nostrils.
Como damos esa figura para darle como si fuera la nariz.
We're going to take this, we're going to aim it up. Then we're going to take the top here, pull it down. We're making a really big loop. All right, so we're going to make about, let's see, about a 5-finger petal.
Y vamos a hacer un pétalo de 5 dedos.
So we've got a 5-finger petal here. This is where we're going to stuff the eyes and his angry eyebrows. Right? Yep. So we've got the eyes are going to go. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go
a pasar los ojos y sus cejas.
Yep. So we're going to take this guy. We're going to stick him in here. That's where he hangs out. We're going to take this guy. We're going to inflate again. 4 fingers.
4 dedos.
So now that we have this, we're going to create a section. So let's see. So we're going to measure. So I said this was 5 fingers. We're going to create a 5-finger section about here. All right, so 5 fingers. Fold it in half. Match it up 5 fingers. Take this, pull it through. Make sure it doesn't come undone. Then we're going to go down a little bit. Break it off. Break it in half.
Vamos a quitarlo.
Give a burp. Tie it off.
So we're gonna reuse it.
Yes, this will be reattached later.
Vamos a reusar esa parte que acabamos de cortar.
This here, we're going to let the air out. We're going to take 2 ends. We're going to tie a knot so they don't come undone on us. So I'm going to double knot it just because of safety reasons. We want to make sure that's nice and together. So we basically have pickles and love. Aww.
Someone's very impressed by that, by the way.
Thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give it a little squeeze.
Give him a big round of applause, guys. This guy's full of skills. Un fuerte aplauso a Austin por todas sus habilidades.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to squeeze this, and I'm going to slide it through like that. Now, if you want a baby T-Rex that has like the puppy dog eyes, you can like, oh, you put these guys backwards. This is his eyebrows. They're backwards, so he's like super cute. If you want to look more mean, you push them forward, gives them those angry eyes. These are his eyebrows. Now you can create expression and individual personality with this one little scrap here.
Okay, básicamente esas son las cejas y dependiendo cómo queremos que sea el dinosaurio, porque si es un dinosaurio malvado o bravo, le vamos a poner las cejas así como de frente. Si queremos que sea un dinosaurio bonito o cute, tierno, lo vamos de para atrás.
All right, we're going to take...
we're going to go with the mean or the cute one?
We're going to go... It's up to you guys. So this is one... I'm going to go kind of neutral, right in the center.
Let's continue with the cute one, though, because we've been doing cute dinosaurs.
So we're going to roll this backwards.
Yeah.
And now have the eyes looking up. They're all super cute. So we'll do the cute one. We're going to take the white 5-inch round.
Vamos a usar el blanco 001, 5 pulgadas.
Yep. Up of air like I did. Now, again, so this one is about, I would say about 4 fingers. So it's about 4-finger wide. Now, this guy gets a lot bigger. We don't want that. That's going to be ridiculous. So, there's a quick, done. 4
It's
fingers.
going to look like a brat doll.
Right, yeah. Exactly. So we tie that off. We're going to split it in half. The way that I split it in half is I take my thumbs, I put them here on the knot, and then I use the pad of my hand, so the upper part here, and I press. So when you do this, when you create the claw, this is going to create the pressure points that's going to be around the balloon to help you twist it in half. But then the paw pad makes it so it's perfectly even, so you get the exact same size eye every single time. And by doing this with muscle memory, you do it every single time without even thinking. You don't have to sit there and like, oh, that's not it, undo it, and redo it. It's literally boom, boom, done.
Básicamente lo que nos cuenta Austin es que cuando empezamos para hacer una perfecta, burbujas 2 perfectas, es agarrar así como así, hacer así, empezar desde el cuello del globo y hacer como una forma de un corazón, y así básicamente nunca vamos a hacer una cosa imperfecta, siempre va a ser al mismo tamaño. Y solo hay que seguir acostumbrándose a trabajar así. Very nice.
All right, so we got these guys here. We're going to take this and we're going to stuff it through here. Creating. Just adjust his little face a little bit. So we've got this. Now,
ciao.
If I do his eyes up, he's all, oh, bright-eyed. But if I push him down, he looks a little bit more aggressive and mean. That's what I meant by that. So
we have someone saying, Austin, we have someone saying golden tip. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a very nice tip, guys. So just a quick reminder, we can watch all these videos on our YouTube channel. That's Jamar USA. And this video will also be saved onto Majestic Inglewood Party Ranch. That's our associate in Inglewood, California, if you want to buy more Jamar balloons, of course.
All right, guys. So now that we have most of his face created, we're going to take the rest of the one that we had broken off previously. There's a little bit of leftover. I already broke that off and got rid of it. I'm going to take this now and tie that into its place. And again, here's another snake with a different face.
Very nice. That's actually an evil snake.
Yeah. When I make my snakes, I normally do it this way, only I leave a pinch twist on top, and then I can make the hood like a
Yes, like a cobra. Very nice.
Yeah, so this is how I do my snakes most of the time. But it's a cobra, and I do a chain twist for the body because it just gives it that chunked out. You don't use a single. I use 4, and I chain twist it, so it's a big, beefy, scary looking snake. It's cool. All right.
Básicamente lo que nos dice Austin es que cuando él hace una culebra, la misma cara, solamente que le hace un pellizco arriba y bueno, le une las partes de atrás como si fuera una cobra, como si fuera una cobra o otra serpiente exótica.
Perfect. All right, so now what we're going to do is we have this here. We're going to wait a moment for this. We're going to put him here. We're going to actually do his pupils next, his teeth. We're just going to finish his face all the way, and then we're going to move on to the body. Body's a lot simpler, but it's a lot of fun. So we're going to take, again, this is the same exact scrap the same exact balloon that we've used for the Triceratops and the long neck. And we're still using the same balloon. You just got three balloons out of one, 3 sculptures out of one balloon, 3 uses out of one.
Okay, básicamente vamos a hacer el mismo globo que estamos usando para y para el resto de las cosas de figuras negras vamos a usar ese globo mismo para hacer la otra parte de este T-Rex, un dinosaurio.
All right, so now we have this now because we have the eyebrows and the eyes pressure fitted inside of this, we do not want to put much pressure on this center balloon because that's what's holding most of it. It's all pressure fitted. So I don't want to do it too close. I'm going to show you another technique with the pupils with this face that's going to show you guys how to make it a little easier and less stress on this balloon, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, again, 2-inch bubble, split it in half.
Vamos a hacer dos burbujas de 2 dedos.
So instead of tying this to the tail, we're going to tie this to the center. So we're going to the center with it instead of to the tail with it. We're going to tie this, and I'm going to pull it tight. So I'm going to kind of push against my chest, pull it tight. It's going to create like a bean shape. Which, you see what I mean? Like it's kind of like, it looks like a bean. You know, it's not, but it also rounds it out nice. Then you do the same to this one. So what I do is I tend to scoop. So I put where my finger would be, and I press the air up. I twist it, and that's important because when you tie this to the center again, or to the base of this one.
So it has to have air inside, or does it not?
Like this. So what you're doing, so I'm going to take this part. We don't want it.
But do we, okay, now I get it. So now, déjale un espacio.
You can separate them, the two. They're not stuck together. You can actually move them out, which is going to make your life a lot easier.
A lot easier.
We're going to take, so you see where there's a little gap here, there's a triangle right here. We're just going to stuff one of these, work it through that triangle, creating the eyes.
Básicamente vamos a introducir esa parte en los boquitos de entre el verde y el blanco. Oh, very cute.
All right, now for the tubes. We're going to take a white 260.
Vamos a ver un blanco 260.
Then we're going to we have a lot more tail because we're only using
this is the T-Rex, guys. We're not done with it. We're going to see it later. It's going to be a cute T-Rex.
Yeah. So we're going to take this guy here. We're going to tie this. I like to just tie it in the back because it's less busy back here. There's a lot going on up here. A lot less going on back here. So I kind of tie it into the back first, wrap it around one of the pedals, and then I will push this guy to the front. Right?
Okay, vamos a...
What I like to do is I want to make sure there's always at least...
Wait, Austin, I'm sorry to stop you, Austin. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
There's 2 people asking if you could redo that the eye part when you separate them because they kind of got lost.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
No worries, no worries. You can do that.
It doesn't have to be black. It could be anything else. It's just they want to see that process. Vamos a hacerlo otra vez. So it's very slowly.
Inflating. I'm going to go really slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to split it. We're going to squeeze it in half.
Vamos a hacerlo en
And then we're going to grab to the center, grab the knot, and we're going to tie it into the center. So this is being ignored right now. We're just tying.
Básicamente, entre el medio de las dos burbujas y el cuello vamos a anudarlo.
All right, and then we're going to tie that one more. That just two knots helps it from coming undone. So we've got that. Now you can like transfer your bubble up. We don't obviously want that, right? So we're transferring it just enough to where if you hold this here and you can separate it.
Okay.
Right? Then you can tie this together. All right, like this.
Básicamente lo que separa eso es el nudo que hacemos entre las separaciones de las burbujas y eso hace que dividamos el aire.
This guy here now can separate.
Very nice.
So there you go.
So much. Thank you for clearing that out for us, Austin. Very, very nice. Muy simple, very simple, very efficient, very fast.
And it works very well. So for a lot of designs too. So that's nothing. So when you're putting his teeth in, he looks a little crazy right now because he's got a big balloon sticking out. But so each section, we want to do at least 3 teeth. So if there's a 3-inch bubble here, you do 3 teeth. If it's 2-inch, you're going to do 3 really tiny teeth. Because if you only do 2 teeth or 1 tooth, it just doesn't look right.
It looks like a dragon instead.
Right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go 1.
Ahora vamos a hacer 3 dientes pequeñitos porque lo que queremos es el dinosaurio.
3 bubbles. 1, 2, 3. Tied into the nostril pinch twist. And then, so we've got teeth on the side. Now we're going to do 3 across the top. These are going to be a little bit smaller. So when I do small bubbles, I pinch and I twist, which make it really small. I pinch where I want it. I twist, and it makes really tiny bubbles.
Vamos a hacer los burbujas para hacer estos dientes.
So there's those. And then, again, 3 more going backward. 1, 2, 3. Attach those into the petals back here. All right. We don't want the rest of this guy. We can break it off.
No queremos el resto, lo vamos a cortar. As always, we reuse those scrap balloons. Always, always, always reuse them, guys. Never throw them away.
Yeah. They are gold. They are gold. All right, so. All right, now it's just all about positioning of the face. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Looking a little weird. Let's just get them all worked out to where.
Ahora vamos a ajustar los diseños.
There we go. So there's just it. So like I said, it's a lot of work in the face. The body becomes really easy. So you just want to focus a lot of your attention here, and then everything else after that is fairly.
So, and also something we also learned previously is that when you make a big head, or when like the head is the main part, it also gives it that cute detail. The body's going to be a little smaller, so the head is going to. It's very nice. So, básicamente estos diseños son muy simples en el cuerpo, pero lo importante es el detalle de la cara, de la cabeza, porque eso es lo que nos hace dar la ilusión de algo cute, algo tierno y algo bien sencillo.
Perfect. All right, so now here we're going to do a 2-inch section, followed by a pinch twist. So now he has his neck and the beginning parts of his body. We're going to go about, let's say, 5 fingers, followed by a pinch twist. Now we're going to put this up to here. We're going to match it, tie it into the front pinch twist.
Pero otro pellizco al final y 2 burbujas.
I'm running out of space. I'm going to risk it, see if it pops or not. But if it does,
wait. So, it's also I'm not sure if you want to do that. It's also very cool when you split it, but
yeah. But we're going to try to get just we might split it anyway, but like we'll see how it goes. So we want to create a space because again we're going to slide legs through here. So we're going to go right about here. We're going to put it in, and it worked out perfect. Beautiful. A little bitty tail. That's cute. If they have more tail, it works good, but a little tail works out fine too. Again, he's a baby dino. It's adorbs. We'll take it. So, all right. So we've got basically, if you guys were to make a duck, a rubber ducky, just made a rubber ducky dino. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take another green.
Otro verde.
Burp. Back off. Now we're going to create 2 petals. One. Put the knot through the hole. Prevents it from coming undone. Now again, just so I can show you guys why that's important. So if I take this guy and I create my petal and I don't put it through, if I let go, it comes undone. Right? Very simply. If you just do this, and all it takes is taking this guy and pushing it through the hole, okay. You can kick it, smack it, it's not going to come.
Básicamente nos estamos dando como fijar las cosas en nuestros nudos y nuestras burbujas. Es básicamente con los cuellos nos deja bueno, amarrar todo y asegurar las decoraciones.
Perfect. So now we have the 2 petals. We're going to create, now this is fine. Most people are okay with this. I want to make sure that his feet lay flat. So when we put this in, his feet are going to be like, he's going to be on his tiptoes. To make them go from this to this, all we need to do is add a bubble or pinch twist right in the center, which now creates.
Very nice. Okay. Pero estamos haciendo los pies de dinosaurio, nos dimos cuenta que quedaron un poco así, pero básicamente para arreglar eso hacemos un pellizco en el medio y lo ajustamos para que quede la decoración o la forma así, bien plana.
Perfectly straight.
Very nice.
Now we take this guy here and we slide it through the body. We come down. Here are his little legs and his feet. We'll wrap that into the pinch twist down there. Have that pinch twist also makes a great tie point. We're to break this off, but do not deflate it. Take it and keep it because we're going to use this in a second.
Someone's saying that's cool.
So now we have that. We're going to position his feet like this.
You want to know why it's cool? It's because it's Jamar balloons.
Right, yeah. So we're going to take this guy now. We're going to turn into the hands, right? Best way to do this is I don't want all this extra because we don't want this part. So we're going to take this off. If you have a balloon cutter, use a balloon cutter. If you got your scissors, whatever, that's fine. I forgot that stuff out in my other balloon bag, so do as I say, not as I do. Your teeth are not tools. All right, so take this. We're going to fold it in half. We're going to find that halfway mark. So we're going to make these match up good. Right here, center. We're going to pinch it, twist it.
Very, very easy.
This front bubble here, we're going to tie these in.
Ahora esas son las manos que vamos a anudar. Es simplemente una simple burbuja.
And that is the T-Rex.
Yeah, tenemos el T-Rex. Very cute T-Rex.
And he's got like 3, so you can like bend over and eat. You can stand up. You can stretch his back.
Very nice, awesome. Thank you so much for this cute dinosaur class.
You're welcome.
Let's see if we can hold them all together.
Oh, that's gonna be a challenge, but we'll do it. Let's see.
Let's see if we get this. Let's get the picture out of the way. Now that you have them all together, let's see if we can, yeah. Okay. No, wait. Can you raise that one? There we go. I want to see this. Okay. Let's get a picture. Una foto ya de una porque es la foto final. Amazing. Thank you so much, Austin, and thank you for the host of today's class, Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals, our associate in Inglewood, California. If you happen to be around Inglewood, or if you want to shop online at Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals. That's our associate in California. And once again, if you want to follow Awesome Austin, he will be with us in the Bling Bling Jam this week, next week, autumn next week. That's our instructor. And also follow him in Awesome Austin Events 007 on TikTok. And you could also follow him on Facebook with Awesome Austin Events as well, right? Yeah. So I want to see if you want to have a little word of closing or anything special. But either way, before you go, I want to thank you for being with us today, showing us 3 simple techniques to work on dinosaurs, something very cute, something very simple that it could also encourage some people to start doing twisting, incorporating decorations, or just simple entertainment, twisting entertainment. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. So, and it's just as far as what I have to say, I always like to say this before anything. So the kind of like my mission statement is, I do what I do strictly to make sure that the community as a whole is bigger. You know what I mean? Like everybody can improve in some way or another. And if me sharing with you guys helped you in any way, I'm doing my job. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you end up making somebody. The only thing that really matters is how you make them feel. 9 times out of 10, if you make something for somebody, they're not going to remember what you even made them, but they are going to remember
how you feel.
So spread the love, be happy, spread happiness, spread joy. If you can make somebody forget about their life and their problems for a few minutes, we've done our jobs.
Ok, so básicamente lo que quiere es cerrar un mensaje muy emotivo, Austin, porque él dice que él lo que quiere es compartir con todo el mundo y que todo el mundo comparta con todo el mundo, porque en la comunidad de decoradores y gente que trabaja en la industria de los globos debe mantener unido compartiendo el amor, porque cuando trabajamos haciendo globos, la gente no se va a acordar de uno, se va a acordar de cómo le hiciste sentir en la decoración, lo que le hiciste, la decoración, la fiesta, todo. Eso es lo que vas a acordar de ti. Entonces, hay que hacer el intento para que podamos compartir esos momentos con la gente y dar de todo lo que podamos nosotros el amor de uno. Así que muchas gracias a todo el mundo que se unió y nos vemos mañana a las 11 a.m. Hora de Miami, hora de Nueva York, para otro episodio con otro instructor nuevo, 2 instructores nuevos del Jamar Live Adventure. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Awesome Austin, for being with us today. Thank you, all the people in Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. That's Eastern Time, Miami time, New York time, with 2 new instructors, very, very, very talented individuals, decorators, and they'll be debuting into the Jamar Live. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Any other things? Any questions we have? Let's just check real quick. We have a lot of people saying spread love. Thank you so much. A lot of clapping, a lot of applauses, hearts. Right? Any questions? They are saying amazing work. Those 3 figures are spectacular. Excellent class. Amazing, Austin. So guys, don't forget to follow him on TikTok, and we'll be with him all of next week. So follow us on Jamar USA, our account, and we have a surprise coming for you guys very soon. So stay posted, turn on notifications for our social media. Austin, please send me pictures and videos of these pieces, and please save the live onto Majestic Inglewood Party Rentals.
You got it.
Thank you so much, man. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.